In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a digitized design for a poinsettia quilt in Art and Stitch to use on your Longarm quilting machine. I'm in Art and Stitch, and this is how I digitize my patterns for my poinsettia quilt. And I have an image of my quilt in the background, and I traced around each one and created a separate pattern for it. Now the image I created, I actually drafted the pattern in AutoCAD, and then I used Adobe Illustrator to bring in the images of the panels, and then I colored in the quilt. And then I exported it out and put it in Art and Stitch. I'm going to start a new one and show you how to digitize at least one pattern. Okay, we're going to go to File, New, and we want a quilting format. Then we're going to go over here to this little icon, the backdrop tool, and click on that. And you're going to, if you have a picture of your quilt that you want to put a pattern on, then you just go and find that. So we're just going to use the picture of the poinsettia. Now this picture is two size. It's the actual size of my quilt. You can see the measurement at the top. The quilt is 96.5 inches unfinished. We're going to start with that. When you have this selected and you go into your properties, you can lighten the image if you'd like. We're going to look at one of these and decide which one we want to put a quilting pattern. Maybe let's start with this one. We're going to go over to our toolboxes and we're going to pick the curve tool. And we'll just start here in the corner and start clicking around the image. And if we want to point, we're going to hit the Control key and click and then let go. And we're just going to continue clicking around. I found that the curve tool was the easiest to use. It's really beneficial if you're going to do this to take the Art and Stitch class. They have a bunch of classes. I took all of them. I've had this software for, 15 years, and I just recently decided to finally take the classes and learn how to use it properly. I mean, I could use it, but not as good as I can use it now. Okay, so I'm almost to the end, and I want to close this. So before I just, click out or do anything else, I want to find the close shape icon right here. There we go. And then right click to click out. And so now I have a shape. But I hit Control C to copy that shape. And then I'm going to open up a new Art and Stitch design board. And then I'll Control V and paste it in there. So this is exactly the size of the leaf. So maybe I want to have like a 1/4 inch space right around here, but not necessarily around here. So I'm going to choose this. So it's the geometric echo. I'm going to click on that, and I have it. Let's try 1. Mine is 2.5, and it's going to put a shape inside of there. Now it's not exactly how I want it, so I'm going to click on it and select the reshape tool and reshape it a little bit. When you click on these, you can change the handles. The handles are what gives it a curve. I just want it to look like it's about 1/4 inch. And if you're smarter than I am, then you wouldn't create about an outline around the petal, just 1/4 inch from the petal. So when you go to put it in on your quilt, it'll fit better. I kind of wish they had a tool that would smooth like they do in Adobe Illustrator, but so anyway, there we go. So really I want this this outline to go all the way to the edge here because I wanted to kind of stitch over close to the edge of the petal. So I am going to split the line right here. And I'm going to split the line right here. I'm going to get rid of this one by selecting it and hitting the delete key. And now I also want to split this line. So let's just split it right here and split it over here. I'm going to select this part, delete that. Alright, so here is where the magic happens. I'm going to click that node, I'm going to hold down the T key and snap it to the end of that, and it joined it together. Actually, I don't think the endpoints will snap. You have to click close shape. You're going to go ahead and right click and choose close line, and that will close the polygon. I'm just going to delete this extra point I have. I'm just checking to make sure it's closed. And then the outside is 1/4 inch from the petal at the top, and then the bottom line is right next to the petals. And you can make it 1/4 inch all the way around if you want. It's up to you. I like to have it a 1/4 inch from the top and close to the petals on the bottom. I'm going to create a spine for a feather. And the sequence view, I'm going to make this red because I'm just going to use it as a background for right now. And then I'm just going to click the lock because I don't want anything to accidentally connect to it. I'm going to click my curve tool, and then I'm going to start making some feathers. And remember, when you want a line and you need to curve back, you're going to hit the control key. I'm just going to continue drawing this, and I sped it up so you don't have to sit there and watch me draw. And I'm almost done. And they're not going to be perfect. We're going to go back and fix them. And then I'm going to stop. And then I'm going to change this to a different color and turn off the other one. So there we go. We have a feather. It looks really bad, I know. Drawing with a mouse is just not that easy sometimes. So now you're going to go in here and manipulate all these nodes until you get something that you like. And right now I have a ton of nodes. The select tool, right click, and click smoothen, simplify smoothen. You don't want it to do it too much, so I'm going to change this just a little bit and click OK. And what that has done is it took out a lot of those nodes that I created and just pretty much gave me a few that I might need. And I can add some more as I'm working on this. Alright, so this is a cusp. Let's straighten that cusp up and move that. I don't really like the way this feather is looking. Needs to, I don't know, it needs something. Let's change him to a cusp. And just keep playing with it until we get something we like. Sometimes it's hard to find those little curves. Okay, I think that looks a little bit better. So this takes some time to make this look exactly like you want it to. You can just keep changing the node type to either a cusp or a line, or whatever is going to work for you. A cusp allows you to move the curve on one side independently from the other side. A line is just, it doesn't have any handles to change anything. And then a smooth point, this is a smooth point right here, and it usually has, you can change one side or the other, and you can change this to a symmetrical smooth, and both sides will be even. So there's a bunch of different options. You can delete a point, you can add a point, whatever you need to do. Sometimes you don't really need all these points. Don't worry about getting it exactly on top of each other, because this is so small, you're not going to be able to see it. And if you turned on your 3D view, oh, we don't have stitches on, but if you turn this into stitches, let's say, and turn the 3D view on, you're going to see that you're not going to be able to see those lines in between there. But we don't want to work with stitches, so we're going to select it again, turn it back into artwork. You want to work in artwork, not in stitches. I'm going to continue to move the nodes around and modify the design until I get something that I like. This process could take half an hour, it could take 2 hours. It takes as long as it's going to take, depending on your design. So some cases I'm deleting nodes. It may be just moving the handles on the nodes. I may be changing the node type. The less nodes you have, the smoother your stitches are going to look, and the smoother your curves are. So the top part was a little harder for me to draw, so I have to change it a little bit more. So I'm getting closer. Don't really like the way the curve was on the top feathers, so I changed it, and it's looking much better, and we're done. Okay, I don't think it looks terrible. I think we could probably work on it a lot more and refine it some more and make it look better. It's up to you what you want to do, but this is basically how you would do it. So I have to think about how I want this to stitch out. Do I want it to stitch out all at the same time? I don't want any stops and starts, which is the way I would prefer it. So I need it to stitch this outline also. So now I have to think about how I'm going to do that. So I think I'm going to go down here and take the stem, make sure it connects to the bottom. Take this, split it. So I think I want it to stitch this way. I want it to start here, stitch this whole line, come around, stop over here, and then stitch this. So grab this, hit my T key, snap it to that so it joins. Now it's attached again. There we go, we split it. But it's going in the wrong direction, so I'm just going to create a line. Select that line. My line is going in the direction I want. I'm going to snap it to that, and now everything's going in the right direction. I'm going to get rid of that point. Where does it start? It starts right there. Alright, so I need to move the nodes until I get it into the right place. So I'm going to create a smooth point right here. So I can move this one over here. And then I want to make sure I move this out of the way because it'll try to snap to this also. So grab this and snap it to there. Now they're all joined up, and move my lines. Simple as that. Now I have one continuous pattern. I think this guy is a little bit close to the edge over there. There we go. Alright, so now I'm finished, and I just select it, turn it into stitches, and then play it, see what happens. We want to make sure we save our design, save as, and name your design whatever. Alright, once you have it saved, then you're going to go File, Save As, and you're going to change it into whatever file format for your stitcher. Mine happens to be a Statler stitcher, so I'm going to choose the QLI for Statler and then save it as that. So I also want to make sure this is what it's going to look like on my leaf, so I can select it, Control Copy, go back to where I had my image, and then paste it in and see how it looks. And I think it looks pretty good. There you go. You have one leaf finished, and then all you have to do is come around here and stitch on the outside of the leaf if that's what you want to do, or you can leave it. I hope you liked the tutorial, and please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.